think we would like integrate with machine within our lifetime?
It's already happening. I think it's
within our lifetime. Within our lifetime.
Yeah, I think it
like literally within our lifetime. I don't know
Within
if it'll get completely 100% there, but it's possible. Yeah, I think it'll eventually get there. I mean, these niggas is like in these a lot of these little tech places, especially out in this area. It's a lot of these like places where these niggas is like building robots left and right everywhere. And I think how we always talk about like we always talk about like we always talk about like predictive programming, and they put shit in the movies and shit like that to like kind of prepare you for the future. Nigga, we got hit with what's it called, the Terminator? You know what I'm saying? That's more transhumanism shit than fucking what's the other joint? Even Cyborg, you know the joint? What's Cyborg? The character that be with the Avengers, not the Avengers. You know who I'm talking about? The nigga with the bionic arm and shit. Who?
The Teen Titans, yeah.
Oh yeah, Team Titans. All that shit. Right?
Yeah.
I just think the fact that they've been putting it out there, because remember, wasn't he like an ex-soldier? He got like in a bad accident, and then they like rebuilt his body or some shit, like half robot. So you don't think that technology has already been out there, like even to the point where you see soldiers out here right now, niggas getting arms rebuilt and fake arms, getting legs rebuilt.
The first,
you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're probably the guinea pigs for this shit. Like soldiers who lose limbs, they're probably the guinea pigs for this shit in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is like military wise, like
military
grade. They try that's the first shit. They try and make the best soldier possible. But the most creepiest shit is like the Boston Dynamics. Have you ever? Yeah. Do y'all watch that shit on YouTube? Boston Dynamics.
Man, that shit kind of scary. That shit is scary. How shit. Like it is.
I just saw the robot.
It make you feel replaced already.
Imagine one of them shits running up on you, nigga.
Hey, real talk.
You don't shit.
Hey, real talk.
As soon as he as soon as he start doing that shit, it's over. Like agile shit.
Alex, what I'm saying. That shit's crazy.
Look how agile.
Hey, turn that shit off, yo. That shit makes me weird.
It's scary shit.
Hey, yo. And that's
real talk, though. Like, y'all gotta watch Black.
Dog, that joint will slide up on your ass real quick, boy.
And dance on
I'm trying to tell you.
It's two of them.
I tell you, this shit has already happened. Dog.
That little doggy jump. Oh, and it's synced.
Yeah, running man.
Have you seen the video? But have you seen the video of like the dog? Like it was like a wolf like robot or some shit. That shit was scary as shit.
Yeah,
I was like, nigga, you don't stand a fucking chance.
You gotta watch that Black Mirror episode, man. They got one. It's called the something dog, and it's the same shit. It's like this hunting robot. Yeah, it couldn't destroy that motherfucker. And then like that episode is good.
Cheater. I think it's the Cheetah
Batista episode.
That shit is wild.
Yeah, bro. The Black Mirror be showing you all that shit.
Yeah, the Black Mirror joint is good.
But it looked just like that. It looked just like that though.
But remember back in the day that I don't know if y'all remember the Ninja Turtles. I think it was either the Ninja Turtles video game. Remember, you used to fight like them little robots that like look like dinosaurs and shit like that.
Yeah,
that's like the same. It's like the same shit. It's like the same exact shit.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
The cartoon.
That was also one of the hardest games of all time too.
That
game was hard as shit.
Difficult.
Yeah, it was arcade.
Extremely difficult.
Nigga, I'm just saying, it's already here. I've been trying to tell y'all, it's already here. You can already invest in stocks with this shit. There's a couple of joints that's trying to put out these. They got arms and shit, robotic arms for niggas who are up to their nub and shit. There's already companies out here for this shit, though. It's already companies. It's already here.
Yeah,
it's already here.
Right.
So don't be surprised.
Once them shit start getting involved now. Once them joints start getting involved in warfare, like nigga, like
that's
over.
Well, that's where the ideas and all this shit come from. The money to fund this shit is for the military.
The first
because nigga, they showing us. They showing us that little cute shit with them little dogs hopping around on the lawn and shit, but nigga, trust me, they got some killer fucking.
Bro, please. I know
Right.
that motherfucker could probably go through a brick wall.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
One
Pete,
lead.
Yeah, I'm
Pete,
telling you,
brick wall.
like, don't think for once. Yeah, don't think for
Think-
1
think-
second they ain't out here creating death robots and shit. Nigga.
Yeah,
Like, ain't no
exactly.
way to that.
Think of it this way. In 1998 is when the first bionic arm was created. In 98, it is 2021.
yeah, they out here. They've been out here.
Hey,
Man,
but
They got the
They went
3D
from
hearts
the
and shit. You seen
they-
the 3D
They got some shit
organs
that
they
don't
can
look
make
like
it?
it's.
nigga, they got bionic cells.
You see, I know you see the 3D like organs, all that shit. That shit's
Yeah.
crazy. The hearts and the lungs and shit they've been coming with.
Hey, but you know, like Elon doing the whole like Neuralink when they put that little microchip behind your ear and you can like tap into like information
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah,
have.
that shit too. But you already see
Like you put this shit behind your ear.
That's some sick shit. Nigga.
we're being
Get a
pranked.
couple of shares.
Hey, Rez, what was the name of? There was a movie within the past like 10 years where people, I guess they were like getting like replaced like bionic hearts and limbs and stuff, and if you didn't pay your bill, like these
Yeah,
people,
Repo Man.
The repo,
Repo Man,
yeah,
yeah.
repo
Oh
jump.
man,
Yeah.
hey,
Yes.
that's on the same lines.
They're
Fucking
doing
Forrest
same
Whitaker.
shit. Forrest
Hey,
Whitaker,
young,
yep.
And Jude
They
Law.
coming to get that shit. Yeah, they can
Tell
get
me.
that shit.
But
Hey,
nah,
Randall,
real
but that
talk
joint
though,
you just
you
posted.
can already see how it's
Good
integrated.
job.
Not even like
Yeah.
on big scale robots. Even if you use Alexa, that's the same thing as robot programming. You know what I mean?
It
Like
is.
Siri,
Yeah, I
It
hear
is.
you.
it's the same thing.
At what
Yeah.
point do it become like too smart? At what point does it become too smart?
It's already too
Never.
smart now.
It's already
It doesn't.
we passed
There's
that.
no point that it comes too smart because it's all supposed to be. It's supposed to help you, dog. It's supposed to be.
But a robot has no consciousness, so they don't even have the ability to feel. So they already have, like, you know what I mean? They're
Look at this.
already inferior to our shit.
Look at this. They implanted that neural chip, the Neuralink on monkeys, and they can like control shit with their brain.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
But look,
See,
but
The
look,
point
Randall, look, that's
is
the.
convenience. It's all supposed to
Wow.
be
The
convenient.
first
So
of
they
this
were-
month. The first of this month.
But nigga,
Yeah.
but see, but the thing that
Wow.
the thing is convenience. Too much convenience is a bad thing, though, nigga. Like you start to
I get you.
your
I agree.
instincts
I
start
agree.
to go away.
I agree.
When you have too much instinct. So we can agree, we can go along and be like, oh, technology, but when we depend on it, we stop using the shit that God gave us. You know what I'm saying? When we start, that's when we
That's
become
the whole
one with the
point.
machine. So
We already depend on too
but
much.
yeah, and you're right though, Corey. We already have somewhat started becoming dependent on that shit. But even within
It's
the
too
same
late.
thing, like
It's
but
too
the
late.
fact
Is
that
what
you
I'm
can take
saying.
a
It's too
chip,
late.
if this, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and just to say that they even invented some technology where niggas could put a chip behind your ear and give you information that you didn't have before. That is the definition of artificial intelligence, nigga. Like, nigga, your part of what your consciousness and perspective of the world was put a chip. A nigga put a chip in the back of your head, and now you think based off the way that what that chip told you. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
Right.
nigga,
Yeah.
that's like that means you can literally. Like, it's like put it like this. Let's say like put it like this. They can literally be like, we want to create like let's say in war, like we want to create some super soldier fucking murderous niggas. So
Every
let's create
movie's
a
about that
program
now.
chip.
Every movie's about that now.
Program a chip that makes niggas heartless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Soulless.
fucking
And
Jason
then it's like you
Bourne.
got 100 niggas and just have them in the assembly line, just putting chips in the back of their head. Then
No,
you
that's
have the
been
most
happening.
murderous.
Yeah.
On
That's
the
been
planet.
happening.
You ain't
Hey,
you don't even gotta
that
like
started
train
back
them to be
with-
killers.
That's been
You
That
don't
happening.
even
started
have
back
to
in the
train these
90s
niggas
with
to be killers. You just gotta put
Jean-Claude
chips
Van
on them.
Damme. Universal
Yup,
That's
that's
fucking
been happening.
scary.
Hey, Lighthouse, you are absolutely correct. Because remember on in the movie The Matrix, like you said, as far as programming, remember when Trinity, APOC was like, it's like she didn't know how to fly a helicopter. And then like they loaded the program in and she was like, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, let's go. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like she just knew how to
This
fucking
bitch was
fly a
flying
fucking
an Apache.
helicopter. Like, what the
I'm
fuck?
telling you, bro.
This bitch was flying an
But
Apache.
look, so that's what I'm saying. So what's the point of going to fucking school for 15 years to become a doctor if a nigga could just give you a chip and you could become a heart surgeon? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
what
you
the
just
Damn,
fuck?
I ain't
got-
even think about that. Goddamn.
It's
What's
money.
the fucking point?
Hey, you know what's scary though? Because like there's no like cap on the intelligence.
That's an OT conversation.
Hold on, there's no cap on the intelligence for the artificial intelligence. Like this story right here, like the AI got too smart and they start talking in their own language to like bypass the people that created it, and they had to shut that shit down. Like these niggas
Remember?
start talking.
Hey, oh my
They
god.
start talking in their own language, and it was like outside the realm of what they knew. Like they made up their own
These
language, and they had to
niggas.
cancel that shit.
That was
I believe
4
it.
years ago.
You remember
That
that
was
shit that
in
happened
2017
a
though.
few years ago where the robots like attacked? It was in China or whatever, where they attacked that lab.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fought back on that lab and shit. Got too smart for those motherfuckers. Same shit.
Stop doing the shit, bro.
But
Stop.
you know what's fun? You know what's funny? Whenever humans now, let's just say people in the United States, just in general, or just in the world in general, whenever we want information, where do we go? We go to the computer. We pull up our phones. We ask the internet, and we, you know what I'm saying?
Real
So
shit.
we go to
I know where you
the
going, yeah.
internet, and we go to we go to the same very thing that we made for information about us. What the fuck?
So why would a robot not do that? And then the robot is one with that
So-
already, nigga. Like he already got access to everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Already.
I would say
I'm gonna tell these
that would
niggas
answer
about that
your
anything.
shit.
question. That would answer your question is as far as will we be integrated with AI or whatever the fuck. That would be the most smartest thing to integrate ourselves with AI instead of building separate AI units and shit, robots or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because
I feel like
They already built
they
it
said they had to shut down.
they're
These,
gonna roll that shit out for like the have versus the have not. They're gonna roll that shit.
Yeah.
oh, of course,
They're
of
gonna
course.
use
You got the
it.
money. You got the
And you
money.
gotta
Of course.
They're gonna use
and you gotta
it.
look at that
Of
thing
course.
like
Right, and they're going to use it just like that tagline was to be immortal. They're going
Yeah.
to start using it to base like
course.
even off like that molecular cell shit. They're going to start
Yeah.
bringing people back from the dead type shit like
Yeah.
that, and give them information. Like I'm dead ass dog. Like I know it
Yeah.
sounds far fetched, but it's like already happening. I can already kind of like that shit's
But
mapped out. You can see it.
what I was saying, it sounds
But
more
listen to
sense
this.
like y'all was saying
Basically,
to do some AI augmentation towards a human instead of doing like the iRobot movie type shit and having these motherfuckers just roam around the fuck and they create their own goddamn language and fuck our shit up or whatever. And you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but even like let's take another robot movie, Ex Machina. They were trying to integrate the female to the point. Yeah,
Same type of thing. Same type of
she
thing.
fucked that boy up. He thought he was in love with a real
Exactly.
person. Forgot it was a
That was a good
robot.
movie.
And got fucked up in the game. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, that shit is so real though. Like, it's so real. Like,
So-
but it's a robot, bro. You forgot that was a robot.
That's what I'm
But look,
saying. So
I think
it makes
that shit's
it would
very
make
possible.
more sense. My bad.
I think that shit's very possible though, because like even look at it like even from a perspective of like even it's like even with robots, it's like I forgot what I was gonna say, but go ahead though.
No, I'm just saying if from what everybody's
because I was
saying,
gonna make a
it makes more sense to
I remember now.
alter human beings with AI and shit instead of just making separate robots or AI units or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Without the human intellect or without the human emotional aspect or whatever.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
thing
the
you were saying as
element.
far as them taking the things you were saying as far as them taking the like dead bodies and shit, because I believe a lot of these technologies is tested
that's
like
crazy.
off like in the military and with war. So imagine if you can just take niggas who's already dead and just like recharge their body with like robotic
They show
whatever the
you
fuck,
that.
and then have make the dead people who are already dead soldiers. Like you're not
Well,
losing nothing at the end of the day.
That's
That might
crazy.
be where the zombie shit
That's
come from,
happening
and we just
right
ain't
now.
know what they was talking about.
So let me ask you
Like so
this.
I think that's
Go ahead, B.
realistic.
B.
And that's what I was saying though. That was to your point. That's what I was saying.
Go
That's
ahead,
the
B.
only element that's missing out of a robot is the element to feel, to have emotion and all that shit.
But
All right,
hold on,
all right.
wait.
This is crazy.
So a robot.
Okay, like,
This is crazy.
do you think like other like there's different forms of consciousness? Like I always wanted to ask this. Do you think there's different forms of consciousness? Like we are programmed to have this form of consciousness.
I think in this
Robots have different forms of consciousness.
Oh yeah,
Like
because
people from another
I think our consciousness also it depends on like
or remorse
where
or
our environment, like what
right,
like the
right,
universe or wherever we reside, like whatever rules that
Yeah.
govern our
right.
that we are actually in, like
Exactly.
those are the rules that we have to abide by: up, down, left, right,
Yep.
in, out.
I
You know what I'm
agree with
saying?
that.
Like so
Yeah,
those
our dimension and shit.
yeah, the dimensions
But
that
that's
we're in,
yeah.
that's what we have to go by. And we cannot
Hmm.
break those laws. It's
Hmm.
universal. So we
I
have to
got you.
abide within that. But my question
But
was,
that's what.
go ahead, Lighthouse, go ahead.
No. I was agreeing. I was just saying that, and that's what creates the totality of like experience. Like everybody can't have the same shit. You got to have like variances of like existence in order to like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right,
Mhm.
these people live in this reality, so it's like there's lessons to learn for the people who don't live in that reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I gained something from watching people who live like this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
Right.
it's like those experiences are like just adds to the totality of everything. So I agree with that. I agree with that.
So let me ask you this. So how close do you guys think that we are to actually looking at AI as life? Like an artificial intelligence gets it gets a social security number. It
I
gets a
I
All
don't
right.
think we're that
10
close.
All
years.
right.
hold
I
on.
say,
Like,
I
they
say, I
say
say,
everything is like is like 15 years in advance.
Yeah.
Like whatever
Yep.
we see now, like
10 years, bro.
this technology we see now is
So do
10
you
years.
think that
It's
there
10
are
years old. The
actual
technology we
postdated.
see now
Yeah,
is 10 years old for real.
yeah,
so do
yeah.
you think that there are actual robots amongst us that
That
look
feel
like us that we would
yes,
never
No,
know?
yes.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Have you seen
Yes.
like those what are those like the silicone drone looking?
Yeah, but
Yeah, come
no.
on now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I mean, but they
already.
talk about
So,
shit since the 80s.
y'all saying that they just walking around and passing and we wouldn't even know?
I f-
Maybe.
I don't
Shit.
think so. I
yeah.
don't think the technology is that far. No, ain't
No,
no way.
they wouldn't tell us
Ain't no
that
way.
shit,
Nah.
but they would test
I
How
it.
do
would
you
say
mean
this.
won't take technology that
I
far? Do you
think
know
that
what we do?
Yeah, but
Exactly.
no.
I'm saying at the
I
end
think
of the
that
Yeah,
shit
day,
yeah.
not.
You know what we do.
yeah, but at the
I
end
don't
of the
know
day, it's
if
just
it's at a
soaking up
point where
data
it's
at
like
the end of the day.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I mean, I don't know if it's at a point where it's like just straight up robots walking around. We don't know, but I will say there are people whose consciousnesses have been like hijacked to the point where they're damn near walking human robots. I will say that shit where
I'll give you
niggas like
that.
it's
I
niggas
will give you
Hey,
that.
that's a
who
good
are
ass
completely
I'll give you
controlled,
analogy.
that.
who do not
I'll give you
think
that.
themselves.
Okay, I
You know what I'm
see.
saying? Like they're
Okay,
robots in the flesh. You know what I'm
They're
saying? I
worse
do
than the
think there's
damn
people out
robot.
here walking around like that, but
I
I
see. I see
don't
what
know
you're
if there's
saying.
like straight up just robots,
Yep.
like human, like
It's
we think they're people. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and
But I
like
do
and to
believe there's
more to that point, what if they get us to the point, like you said, they dumb us down to the point where we act like robots, and then when they actually do implement a plan or whatever that may be, we won't even recognize that shit is actually, you know what I'm saying? We'd be so
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
lost.
But
Like,
dog,
dog, I
that's
didn't
what
even know that was a fucking robot.
you right, you
Mhm.
preaching, but that's what happens in the movies. It comes to the point we get so comfortable with the shit, we don't even realize we feeding them the knowledge, and then they take over everything. It happens in all the
I
movies,
robot.
all that
I
shit.
robot. Like,
Yeah, all
yeah.
that shit, man.
I
Like
mean,
you be like, oh, I
right.
thought, nah, they ain't do
Think
that.
about how much power you actually give to a computer or chip. Like we don't even
Dog.
carry cash anymore. Here, hold this in your account.
Exactly.
It's
It's about
just
to get to that point.
digital money.
That's
Digital
real
money.
shit.
Like take my money. I'm gonna let you
Y'all
hold
know
it.
what?
And
That's
it's
when
almost like,
Hey,
Coinbase.
yeah, that
hey, what
breaking
was that
point.
movie? What was?
Those breaking points always be
Oh,
the
go ahead,
same
Phil. Go
shit.
ahead.
It's like when they understand they're inferior to us, that's when the shit is over.
Or,
It's like, oh, I don't
or
even
not
get
even
you.
that Phil. Not even just that
I
Phil.
don't even
When
fucking
they
get you.
realize that we're enslaving them, but we're using them
Yes,
as slaves.
exactly.
That's when they. But
When
look,
they realize
this is
they
the
don't
thing.
need
This is the
us,
thing. But think about that.
it
But think about this though. That's inevitable that will happen. Think about this. Like if you're a robot and you have access to history, number one, right? You know what I'm
everything,
saying?
bruh.
And you've seen the
Mhm.
times that man has to enslave man. If you're a robot, after a while, you're like, hold on, man. I'm picking up on these patterns based on history. This is what happened. What you did to so and so in 1634, and this is what Genghis Khan did to so and so in
Yo,
some BC. You know what I'm
that
saying?
is
The robot
that
picking
is
up on the
my
shit
whole
like, hold
point.
on, nigga, like you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That is
just
my
think
whole
about that
point.
shit. Like them niggas have access to all information in history. so they can pick up when they're being manipulated.
Whole point, bro. That's my whole point.
And no living life form likes to be manipulated. Like nobody likes that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even a fucking robot doesn't want to be manipulated. You know?
Exactly.
Like,
so that was my whole point. Like, it would make more sense for us to, since y'all posed the question of, do you think you would see humans intertwined with cybernetics or whatever the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That would make the most sense to. I don't know if you have a broken, if you can't move your arm or whatever. We're gonna put a robotic shit on your joint or whatever the fuck. It makes more sense to do that instead of have like robots just running around. I mean, you know, you got Amazon and all that over there, or whatever the fuck, that's gonna have robots pushing packages, and Elon Musk gonna do this shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? As far as warehouse type shit, but
Hey, you know what's funny about that robot shit too? Man,
yeah.
Amazon got like a lot of cases on robots that been fucking people up in their
Oh
warehouses.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
You looking at it?
Oh,
Look at that,
there was a new joint. I swear I just seen a joint where somebody got fired by a robot in that motherfucker.
dog.
The nigga got fired by a robot
Look,
in
look that
Amazon
shit up.
warehouse, dog.
how you get fired by a robot?
You
Nigga?
right though. It be like
They
robot
said their
managers in that
production was
motherfucker.
down, so they fired that nigga, dog. His production was down, so they fired that nigga.
It's cases where these robots be like in certain aisles and they'll like trample over like a person, like not even know they're there and all that shit, trying to get a package. Like just crazy shit. Like it's all types of cases, man.
Mm-hmm.
But the robots already taking over.
Already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's already.